Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're talking about platform engineering. Now, this is a discipline that was born to solve a huge, kind of quiet crisis that's happening in software teams all over the place. It's a problem that's secretly slowing down innovation and, honestly, just burning out some of our best people. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, let me just ask you this straight up. If you're in the tech world, does it feel like your developers are spending way more time fighting with tools and wrestling with configs than they are actually, writing code? Does it feel like they're just drowning in this sea of complexity? If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. For years, the gold standard was you build it, you run it, right? It was the core mantra of DevOps. And it was great. It broke down silos, it made things faster. But as companies got bigger and the cloud world just exploded, that same philosophy, well, it started to backfire. It unintentionally became a massive source of friction, overload, and you're seeing a theme here: developer burnout. So first up, let's take a look at how we even got here. How did a movement that was designed to empower developers somehow end up completely overwhelming them instead? What's happened is that our developers have been turned into what you could call quasi-operations engineers. I think that term just nails it. Their reality now is that they're expected to be an expert not just in their own code, but in this sprawling, complex labyrinth of CI/CD pipelines, cloud configs, security scanners, Kubernetes manifests. The list just goes on. And look, this overload isn't just a morale problem. It has serious bottom-line business consequences. Cognitive load goes through the roof. You've got teams all over the place reinventing the wheel, duplicating work. Standards start to slip, which is a huge security risk. And development velocity, it just grinds to a halt. It all boils down to one thing. Your best people are spending their time managing tech instead of creating business value. Okay, so that sounds pretty bad. But this is not a story of doom and gloom, I promise. This is exactly where a really powerful new approach comes into play: platform engineering. And it's not here to kill DevOps. Not at all. It's here to be its necessary evolution, the next logical step for the modern world. You can actually see this as a journey. We started way back with traditional IT ops, who were basically gatekeepers. Then we moved into the DevOps era, which was all about collaboration. And now we're entering the era of platform engineering, which is all about one thing: enablement. It's about empowering developers by actually taking the complexity off their plates. The difference becomes crystal clear when you just look at the goals. DevOps, at its core, is focused on making the pipeline faster for one specific team. Platform engineering thinks bigger. Its main goal is to reduce cognitive load for all developers across the entire company. And it does that by providing a shared self-service product called an internal developer platform, or IDP. The scope just shifts from the team to the entire organization. Okay, so I just mentioned this internal developer platform. What in the world is that? Well, let's actually look at the tangible solution that sits right at the heart of all of this. The best way to think of an IDP is as a product that is built specifically for your internal developers. It's this clean, unified, self-service layer that sits on top of all that messy, complex infrastructure. A dedicated platform team curates all the best tools and automates the workflows. And that acts as a shield, protecting developers from the complexity so they can get back to focusing on writing great code. I love this quote because it really gets to the core of the philosophy here. An IDP is not about locking developers down or restricting them. It's about creating what we call golden paths, or paved roads. It makes the official, secure, compliant way of doing things the easiest and most convenient way, so developers naturally just fall into this pit of success. And this is where the magic happens. Here's how it works. A developer goes to a portal, something like Backstage, and just clicks a template for a new service. Once they commit that initial code to Git, the platform just takes over. A tool like ArgoCD sees the commit and applies the configs. Then something like Crossplane automatically provisions all of the cloud infrastructure. We're talking databases, repos, whatever's needed. Finally, the CI pipeline builds and deploys the service. And get this, the developer just made one single commit, and a fully functional, secure, compliant new service just pops up in the catalog. It is unbelievably powerful. Now, you can go out and get all the best tools in the world: Backstage, Crossplane, ArgoCD, you name it. But if you don't have the right mindset, your platform initiative is absolutely going to fail. And that's what we need to talk about next. And this brings us to what might be the most important point of this entire explainer. You must treat your internal platform as a product. Your developers are your customers. If you don't build something that they love and actually want to use, then all you've really done is build expensive shelfware. This mindset shift, it's everything. The difference between these two mindsets is like night and day. The old way sees the platform as just another project. The team is basically a glorified help desk, just responding to tickets. It's a cost center. The new product-driven mindset is about proactively going out and solving developer problems. Your backlog is driven by actual user research, not just what the tech team thinks is cool. And the platform transforms from a cost center into a true value creation engine for the business. So how do you actually do this? Well, it comes down to 4 key pillars. First, you have to do real customer discovery. Talk to your developers, understand their pain points. Second, build a roadmap based on outcomes, not just a list of features. Third, you have to obsess over the developer experience, or DX. Make the platform so good that people want to use it. Don't force them. And finally, measure your impact with real data, using frameworks like Dora and Space to prove the value you're creating. Okay, let's bring this all home. We've looked at the problem of DevOps overload, and we've seen how platform engineering, when it's driven by that crucial product mindset, is the answer. And if you're sitting there wondering if this is all just another passing fad, well, it's not. Check this out. Gartner predicts that by 2026, a staggering 80% of large software engineering organizations will have established platform engineering teams. The future of how we deliver software is being built on platforms. This is happening, and it is happening fast. So if you remember anything from all this, let it be these 4 things. 1. Platform engineering is here to solve the bottleneck that DevOps created at scale. 2. It's the evolution of DevOps, not a replacement for it. 3. The IDP is the tool that provides those golden paths to make life easier for developers. And 4, and this is the big one, treating your platform like a product is the #1 predictor of success, period. And that brings me to my final question for you to take back with you. I want you to look at your own organization. Are you strategically building a cohesive platform that solves real developer problems? Or are you just collecting a disconnected pile of tools? Because the answer to that question could very well determine the future of your engineering velocity.